Dear viewers, there's a lot of buzz around LIC IPO. A lot of existing policyholders interested to know whether they should invest or not. In this video, I'll share the pros and cons of LIC IPO. So, whether you are an existing policyholder or an equity investor, this video will be beneficial for you because in very simple terms, I'll share the details of LIC IPO, the good things, bad things, and finally, whether you can make money or not from this LIC IPO. I am Prasenjit Paul, author of the best-selling book How to Avoid Loss and Earn Consistently in the Stock Market, which is still the highest rated book written by any Indian author in the stock market, and I am also investing in the stock market since 2010 and achieved financial freedom from here only. First, let's understand from the policyholder's point of view. If you are an existing policyholder of LIC, should you worry for this upcoming IPO? Should you worry for these share sales by the government? See, the answer is in simple terms, absolutely no. It is same like SBI, State Bank of India. As you know, State Bank of India is still a government-owned bank, but at the same time it is listed in the stock market. It means the government of India still holds majority stake in State Bank of India. So those who believe that PSU keeping money in PSU banks are safe and secure still holds true despite State Bank of India is listed in the stock market. It means that State Bank of India majority, more than 50% shares are still in the government and the remaining among the investors. Similar thing is going to happen in LIC. So in LIC, the government intends to sell only 3 to 5% of stake. It means even after this IPO, Government of India holds more than 90% of the company LIC, Life Insurance of Corporation. It remains the government-owned companies and completely safe and secure. So LIC is synonymous to trust. So despite this IPO, nothing is changing because Government of India still remains the majority shareholder and no change in internal policies and all. So for policyholders, there is nothing to worry. This you can consider as a non-event. Now let's talk from the investor's point of view. So if you are an existing investor or if you are a policy holder and then keen to open Demat account just to participate in this LIC IPO. So for them, what are the pros and cons? What are the good things and bad things? So first, the good thing is very well known. This LIC is synonymous to trust. See, LIC is also synonymous to the insurance. You might hear people saying that, do you have LIC? So although the person might want to ask, do you have an insurance policy? Instead of that, people ask, do you have an LIC? So you can understand that LIC is for a lot of years. So since 60s, 70s till 2000. So LIC was the only insurance company in India. So a lot of people still believes LIC and insurance is same. But now it is not like that. LIC is not only the insurance, life insurance provider. There are a lot of companies there in the market, but still despite that, despite the entry of a lot of private companies, be it HDFC, ICICI or Max or a lot of other players, LIC is still the largest and most well-known company in India. Unfortunately, the list of negatives are longer than the list of positives. The first and primary negative thing is the huge IPO size. Do remember one thing, that huge IPO size triggers market correction or sometimes market crash. So if you remember back in January 2008, Reliance Power IPO, that was the largest on that time, triggered market correction and halted a long bull run. Even recently, back in November 2021, Paytm IPO was around 18,000 crore IPO, and after that Paytm IPO, that halted the bull run that we have noticed post-COVID period, and since then, since November 21, the market witnessed correction. So now this LIC IPO is 21,000 crore. Earlier, the government of India estimated, they planned the IPO size to remain 70,000 crore. You can imagine the number 70,000 crore. But looking at the market situation, even government of India also realized that 70,000 crore may be too huge for an IPO. So this is why government of India sort of forced to reduce the IPO size of only 21,000 crore. But even at this 21,000 crore, it is still the largest IPO. Now let's understand how such large IPO or such huge IPO caused market correction or even market crash. See, any big size IPO sucking out liquidity from the market. What it means in simple terms, say for example, today I have 1 lakh, some mutual fund managers have 1 100 crores, some other fund managers have 500 crores, some insurance company have 600 crores. So all their desire to invest on different companies. But once the LIC IPO is there, this 21,000 crores, so this 21,000 crore is now not in the market. So this 21,000 crore might be invested in some other company or maybe in the bank. So once this 21,000 crore invested in the particular IPO, be it like this LIC IPO, so automatically it dries up the liquidity. If there was no LIC IPO, then this 21,000 crore would have been invested in another companies that would support the Nifty 50, that would push up the price. Remember, so in stock market, so a stock price is increasing, it means that more and more people are desire to buy that stock. So if there is no LIC IPO, then this 21,000 crore would have been invested in other companies. And when this 21,000 crore have invested in other companies, then automatically it will support the bull run, or it will at least halt the market correction. But as this 21,000 crore is going to a particular one company, so it itself halting the bull run, and there is a high probability of market correction during this IPO, and not only during this IPO, for the upcoming 3-4 months in the stock market. As I am talking about IPO, recently I found a great website to research and analyze stocks with a lot of educational content, which is TickerTape. Even in this website, I noticed a great article which has all the details, all you want to know about IPO. Not only that, the website also offers a lot of tools to research and analyze stocks. So if you search any particular company, be it, say, let's take an example of Reliance Industries, you will find a lot of investment checklist, a lot of key metrics, PE ratio, PV ratio, sector PE, PV, and all, as well as the details of the company with peer analysis, fundamental analysis, and all. Not only that, what I find particularly useful is their stock screener and mutual fund screener. Stock screener particularly is very beneficial for me. So you can get the details of your portfolio stocks, ETF, indices, screener, and also this market mood and a lot of other details on this website TickerTape. So simply you can click the link on my description box and explore a lot of useful features on this website. Coming back to our discussion, so the first negative was huge IPO size. The second negative is slowdown in new policy. With a lot of increasing awareness like YouTube video and other online content regarding insurance and all, a lot of youths, those are aged between 20 to 35 years old, are shifting towards private life insurance companies like HDFC, Max, ICICI, or whatever all other the private players are there, because of their better service and lower cost plan. This big concern was also admitted by LIC in their DRHP report. They have mentioned this concern. They have mentioned that the new policy is slowing down. So it is a big concern, because with the coming days, a lot of youths will surely shift towards private life insurance companies. The third negative, this is also an important negative point, that historically we have noticed that PSU companies are generally wealth destroyers in the stock market. If you look at 10 PSU companies in the stock market, out of 10, 8 to 9 PSU companies destroyed wealth for investors. Back in 2013 or 14, Coal India came with the IPO. Coal India back then was also monopoly on their particular business. But despite that, Coal India didn't generate enough wealth for the shareholders. Only 1 or 2, maybe 1% or 2% PSU companies generated wealth for investors over a long run. But most of the PSU companies, maximum PSU companies, destroyed wealth for the share market investors, because the reason is PSU companies are meant to serve people. They are not meant to maximize the profit. PSU companies are actually, those companies are run from the taxpayers' money. So if you give me a choice, like be a customer of an PSU company and an investor, so I'd still prefer to be an customer of a PSU company. So if you give me a choice, it is still better to be an policyholder of LIC, but it may not be a good option. At least I won't choose to be a long-term investor of LIC just because of the PSU tag and just because of the fact that PSU is meant to serve the company. PSUs are not meant to maximize the profit. So overall, despite being the largest life insurance company, not only largest, oldest and most trusted name, almost monopoly in their respective business, due to these three major reasons. First is huge issue size, The second reason is slowdown in the new policy, and the third, bad track record of PSU companies. I personally won't be a long-term investors of LIC, and I'll still prefer to avoid the LIC IPO because IPO pricing is not released yet, but until and unless Government of India gives a huge discount, but I don't feel there's any possibility of listing gain, because remember, the companies, the IPOs, those generated huge listing gains are mainly with the IPOs of 100 crore, 500 crore, 600 crore or so, such on. But a huge sized IPO, like be it the Paytm IPO of 18,000 crores, like the LIC IPO 21,000 crores, there's a very less chance of huge number of oversubscriptions. So I can't expect the LIC IPO 21,000 crores of IPO will be oversubscribed by 5-10 times. So this is the primary reason. Until and unless the government release the issue price is very lucrative, I don't foresee any listing gain from this LIC IPO, and also I won't prefer to be a long-term investor of LIC. Now share your views on the comment section. What do you think about the LIC IPO, whether you apply or not? If you learned something new from this video, kindly press the like button and share it with your friends and family. To get such insightful videos on the coming days, please subscribe to this channel and click on the notification icon. So that's it. As on today, I'll come with another insightful video on the upcoming days. Till then, happy investing.